Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Cooking with Clams. I am on the sailing vessel Szilard, and we are in Long Island, Bahamas. We're actually here, and there's a couple of boats that we're friendly with that are by us, and one of the girls on the other boat shot a mackerel. She also has a pending world record right now. It's pretty cool. I'll tag them. That's Sascha and Natalie sailing the far side, and I'll put their information at the bottom. But Natalie got a mackerel. We got some good footage of that, and gave us a bunch of it. It was a big mackerel, could feed a lot of people. But one of the things on a boat that's kind of tricky is preservation. So you don't normally have a freezer. We do, but it's pretty much full. So you have to figure out ways on how to extend the life of your fish. One of the ways is going to be what we do today, which is going to be smoking it. Now, obviously, we're not going to smoke it on the boat, but if you see behind me, there's a couple of beaches. One of them has a little makeshift fire pit built on it. So we're gonna put the fish on that. We're gonna put coconut husks, and we're gonna leave it for about 4 hours and let it smoke. And that'll get me probably, if I vacuum sealed it, I could get 6 months out of it. Right now, we're just gonna smoke it and then disperse it through the boats. We did one before and it didn't last more than a couple of days. We ate it pretty quick. But let's get in the kitchen and I'll show you the brine, because it's got to brine for 12 hours before we go to smoking. We're in the galley of Szilard. Now this is our fridge. And like I said, we don't have a lot of space. So once again, preservation is key. And this is the cero mackerel that Natalie shot. Now I'm gonna put this aside for a second and we're gonna make our brine. I'm gonna do a really, really simple brine. So it's just gonna be brown sugar and salt. And that is the first step to curing. And basically what that does is not just flavoring the fish, but it starts the curing process. The salt is gonna draw out some excess moisture and actually preserve it so that no bacteria can live inside. And pretty much an equal amount of salt. Lukewarm water is fine. So now once this is smoked, like I said, you could put it in a food saver bag, seal it, and it doesn't have to be refrigerated. It can actually stay out. If you put it in the refrigerator, you can get a year out of it. We're gonna keep it open, and like I said, we could get about 2 weeks out of it. We wouldn't have to do anything with it. And you want enough room in there. You don't want to overpack it. You want the brine liquid to be able to encapsulate the entire fish. And that's it. No real trick there. But this has to sit for at least 12 hours. We're probably gonna let it go a little bit longer because it's early in the day today, and we're not gonna smoke it until tomorrow morning. So this is probably gonna sit about 20 hours, which is okay. So next time we see it, it'll be on the beach. So a couple of days ago, we came over to this beach just to hang out and relax a little off the boat. And what we found was that someone came over here and actually built up a little shack. They built up these tables and this, which is basically a kitchen. So instead of having to go completely rustic and dig a hole and put coals in the hole, I have built out of rock a pretty rustic kitchen over here. So I'm gonna gather some wood, put that down, and then we're gonna put coconuts on top of our flaming wood. And the coconuts are gonna smolder. And then I'm gonna build up a couple of racks, put the fish on top of the racks, and then we're gonna grab some of these palm fronds, put it over the fish, and that'll capture the smoke. And then 4 hours later, we'll be back here to collect our fish. So, like I said, there's someone that comes here to hang out and is building all this really cool stuff. And the other thing that they're doing is a little bit of my work for me. They're cutting open the coconuts and drinking from them, so I don't have to do this. So basically, what we're gonna do is get our fire started, then put these whole side down, and any moisture left in there is gonna smolder rather than catch on fire. So these are perfect for our smoking. I got a little greedy with that fire is what's happening now. And I got lucky on that. So whoever built this really figured out a lot of cool stuff, and they have this guard over so that the flames don't touch the thatched roof there. And this really is amazing how hot it gets underneath here. Whoever designed this is living off the grid. Normally I would ask permission to use some of the stuff that they took the time to build, especially considering I almost just burnt it down. So the idea is we don't want these to catch on fire, we want them to smoke. And what I want is for that fire to kind of settle down a bit and for the coconuts to just smolder. So as you can see, we have a lot of smoke here. I mean, this is basically like a smokehouse in Alaska where they put wet wood inside the house and everything gets completely smoked out. Now, I don't want the fish to cook, so what I did last time is these grates here, and then I'm gonna take these. Whew. It is hot in here. And then prop this on top. Now that's gonna keep my fish up and away from the heat. Now we're gonna put the fish down and then we're gonna cover it in the palm fronds. We have our fish that has been brining for about 20 hours in our brown sugar and salt. We're just gonna load that up. Smoke in the eyes. And now I'm gonna cover the fish in our green palm fronds. And that is gonna trap the smoke underneath because I don't have a cover. So that's it. This is gonna allow heat to come up, but it's gonna trap the smoke, make it circle around our fish, and in about 4 hours, we're gonna come back and collect our fish. We're getting back to the boat, and hopefully nothing catches on fire over there. And as you see, we could honestly swim to our boat, which is not too far from here. So this is pretty cool. We also just almost lost the dinghy at high tide. So it's been a little bit over 7 hours. We came once to check on it, and I moved some pieces that were definitely ready, moved them over to the side, got some new green leaves so nothing caught on fire, and now we're back. They're gonna be finished, so let's take a look. So these are the ones that I pulled aside over here, and underneath, oh yeah, look at that. still have moisture coming out of them. I don't know if you can see that, but still have a lot of oil in them. So I'm gonna pack these up. These were done earlier because we had a little more heat towards the back. Just for fun. Look at that. Still moist on the inside, but totally, completely cured. So what we're gonna do with these is, we got a couple of boats out here. I will tag everyone in the comments below, but a couple of people are leaving, so we've been here a couple of days together, and what we're gonna do is a big brunch together. So we'll do some homemade bagels, and then we're gonna do our smoked cero mackerel over cream cheese with capers, tomatoes, and a little bit of red onion. But bringing these back to the boat now, they came out perfect. I couldn't be happier with that. Now it's too quiet. All right, so we're all set up for brunch, and I'm with Natalie, who shot the fish days after taking Steph's free diving course.
Yes.
So the funny thing about the footage that we put in, she lost her spear and had to chase the fish. So tell me how coinciding with Steph's course did it help?
So it helped a lot, actually. So when I first shot the fish, I probably went down like 30, 35 feet, and I hit the fish, and like mackerels, it's kind of, they're very easy, like the spear tip rips out of them very easily, so it's best if you have like a float line or a reel. Didn't have either. I had it in the dinghy, but I wasn't using it. And so my first thought was to let it go, but the second I let it go, I was like, why did I do that? Like, why did I let it go? So I'm chasing the fish for like 3 minutes, and I see it tiring. It's tiring, going deeper and deeper and deeper. And it was probably maybe like between 60 and 70 feet where it actually was on the bottom, just laying on the bottom. So after chasing the fish, and like I wanted to get down there as fast as possible. So chasing the fish, did a couple breathe ups, went down, and I could kind of feel that the pressure that I felt when we were deep in Dean's Blue Hole, but I understood what it was, and I was able to get down, get the fish, bring it to the surface, and not lose anything. So
and now we have brunch.
Yes.
So Casey made bagels. We're on her boat. I'm gonna tag everyone so that you can watch the sailing adventure of all these boats. Right now we're rafted together. So we have, how many boats? 5?
5 boats, yeah.
5 boats together, so that's why we're doing this big brunch. I feel like I'm in a Jewish deli. Yeah,
it looks amazing.
Who wants to make the first one and have a bite?
Natalie.
Yes,
There
her fish. All right, well, if you insist, I'm not gonna say no. Okay. Get some of the cream cheese, a little bit of there.
This is the closest you'll get to a Jewish deli in the Bahamas. I don't know how we did this, but we did it.
Sorry. I mixed my...
You want water?
Why does this always happen to me?
Don't cut. Keep rolling.
I just start...
It's like you see food is ice.
It's fine.
It's so good,
fine.
she's crying.
I'm fine. It's so good.
She's emotional about it.
Oh god, it's just so good.
Wait, the only thing we're missing is red onion.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's okay. I'm gonna do a little bit of that and just grab one of those. And then, of course, the fish. I'm gonna take a little more. Okay. Maybe 1 caper. Okay.
Bon appetit.
Maybe I should eat a plate.
You don't have.
1 bite.
1 bite.
That's good. A++. Everyone did great.
Awesome.
Now you can dig in.
Now we
Alright,
have
so
like
we're-
15 people here, and they're all drooling, sitting outside staring at us, and it's getting awkward, so.
We're gonna.
Hurry up!
They're so hungry.
We're gonna get everyone in. We're gonna eat brunch. If you like this episode, hit like, hit subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.